Terima kasih Malaysia kerana menerima saya di negara anda yang indah.
Malaysia sering menjadi sasaran pandangan serong. Ada yang bercakap tanpa memahami. Ada yang menghina tanpa pernah menjejakkan kaki ke bumi ini. Mereka menilai dari jauh, berpandukan persepsi dan cerita separuh masa, seolah-olah Malaysia tidak layak dihormati sebagai sebuah negara yang aman, stabil dan berperi kemanusiaan. Namun persoalannya, siapa sebenarnya yang lebih layak bercakap? Mereka yang hanya melihat dari luar atau mereka yang pernah datang, tinggal, belajar, bekerja dan hidup bersama rakyat Malaysia? Hakikatnya, apabila Malaysia dihina, kebenaran sentiasa muncul dengan sendirinya. Bukan hanya daripada rakyat Malaysia, tetapi daripada orang luar yang pernah mengalami sendiri kehidupan di sini. Pelancong, pelajar dan warga asing yang datang dengan rasa ingin tahu, akhirnya pulang dengan rasa hormat. Ada yang terkejut dengan keramahan rakyatnya. Ada yang kagum dengan keharmonian masyarakat berbilang kaum. Ada yang sampai berkata, Malaysia jauh lebih baik daripada apa yang mereka dengar sebelum ini. Video ini bukan untuk mencari musuh, bukan untuk meninggikan diri, tetapi untuk menunjukkan bukti sebenar bahawa Malaysia adalah sebuah negara yang baik, bukan kerana kita mendakwa, tetapi kerana dunia sendiri yang mengakuinya. Dan jika masih ada yang memilih untuk menghina Malaysia selepas ini, mungkin mereka belum pernah benar-benar mengalami Malaysia. Kerana satu perkara yang pasti, bila mengalami, barulah tahu.
Since we've been back in Malaysia, I've realised how strong the British values here are. Malaysian people, I would say, quite safely, are almost as British as we are. I mean, I could probably tell you 5 different facts now that probably make the Malaysian people more British than the British are, essentially. First one is the English language. It's estimated that over 65% of Malaysians speak English. They're absolutely fantastic English speakers and surely one of the best in the world. I mean, come to England and you'll find out that some people really struggle to speak the British or English language. Even some of the locals. The next one is the Premier League. Right, Premier League is a massive thing in Malaysia. Did you know that apparently there's over 10 million fans of the Premier League in Malaysia? Malaysian population is just over 30 million, making over a third of the population of Premier League supporters. Hey mate, it's mad, isn't it? The royal family. When the Queen died, you know, there was a bit of national mourning and condolences for the British Queen. You know, in Pahang they were flying the flags half-mast and the Petronas Towers turned purple to commemorate the Queen. Talk to anyone English and some English people turn around and say to you that they didn't really care at all. But here in Malaysia, there were big fans of the Queen, or there were a lot of condolences. Tea. Right, now if you know British people, tea is a massive thing to be. It's kind of being British, essentially. But did you know Malaysia is one of the biggest tea consumers in the world? And in fact, if you ask a British person probably what the national drink is, he'll say a cup of tea. And in Malaysia, you know what it is? They'll probably say teh-tarik, making it maybe even more British than we are. The other one, and the final one, is memorials and British architecture. There is a real love for it. If you go to Taiping, if you go to Ipoh, there's always something British. If you go to Kelly's Castle, you know, it's a massive thing. And check out the war memorials here too as well. You know, Malaysian people, you guys, I swear, you have more love for it than we do. I think you guys are maybe more British than us British are.
Go to Malaysia if you want to learn English. Do not go to England. Do not go to America. Why? Because here in Malaysia, together with learning English, you will gain a superpower, understanding every single accent in the world. Whether it's Malay, Chinese, Indian, African, Italian, French, South Korean, Japanese. As someone who has learned English here in Malaysia, and I've learned my English from the Chinese, the Malays, the Indians, and everyone else that lives here, the English that you learn here in Malaysia is going to be influenced by so many different people, cultures, that your English is going to be the united version of English, the English of the world, and you will easily understand everyone because you've heard every single accent while you've been here in Malaysia, and everyone in the world will understand you. With a few minor exceptions, English people still sometimes don't understand my English, but I invite them all to Malaysia because it's time to catch up with the rest of the world. Macam iOS 27, the new and updated version of English oleh Malaysia untuk semua.
One of the questions that I get the most by people back in the UK is, do people in Malaysia speak English? And of course I tell them, yes, most people in Malaysia speak English. Many people here speak very, very good English, probably better than a lot of English people if we're completely honest. But that is not the thing that fascinates me about language when it comes to the people of Malaysia. What really fascinates me are the sheer number of people here that can speak multiple languages. For example, it's not uncommon at all to meet somebody in Malaysia that will speak fluent English, fluent Malay, a Chinese dialect. And then here in Kuching, for example, you'll meet people that can also speak Iban, Badayu, and all number of different languages. For example, my very good friend here, who in fact right now is standing about 20 feet away from me, he can speak perfectly fluent English, Malay, Iban, Badayu, Malanao, maybe some Chinese, I'm not sure. That's like at least 5 languages that he can speak easily, eloquently, and I've witnessed he can be having a conversation with one person and then just switch into the other language to talk to another person. It's absolutely amazing and inspiring to see. Now compare that to us back in the UK. We are generally atrocious at learning other languages. I don't think that's exclusive to the UK. I think countries where English is the first language, we're not the best at then learning other languages. We obviously have a sort of lazy advantage because English is so widely spoken, it's spoken all over the world, and when we travel, there is unfortunately a thing where we don't have to learn languages to go to other countries because people there will speak English. It's terrible, I know. We should do better. But also, when you look at our education system, and really this says an awful lot about how good the education system in Malaysia is when it comes to teaching second, third, fourth languages. In the UK, I think our education in that area is really, really lacking. I mean, we don't really start learning another language until we're sort of some way into middle school. This was the case when I was at school. It may be different now. I was at school a very, very, very long time ago. But when I was there, I don't think I started learning, it was French, until I was maybe about 7 or 8 years old. And by the time I finished my GCSEs, I got a B, which is a pretty good score actually. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. And I could only really speak very, very, very basic French, and that was enough for me to get a B in my GCSEs at 16 years old. And the saddest thing for me as well is if you're not brought up bilingual or multilingual, then later on in life it's much, much harder for you to learn languages. Like me, for example, I've lived in Malaysia on and off over the past over a decade now, and I still speak Malay like a caveman that's possibly been hit on the head too many times. And then compare that to like a Malaysian that will say to me, oh sorry, my English isn't very good. And I'm like, man, your English is better than a load of people I know back in the UK who are meant to be native speakers. Yes, Malaysia is a wonderful example of a completely multilingual country and a very, very good example of how to educate your children properly to speak a multitude of languages.
Hello, tell them to come to Malaysia. Come to Malacca.
Okay, come to Malacca to visit me, okay? I'm single. Hey, you buat YouTube channel?
YouTube channel.
What?
Bramboy the Traveller.
I want to subscribe you.
Okay, hold on.
Suruh orang-orang you ask your people. Couple dengan I, okay?
Yeah, people back in England. So guys, single. Okay, I put the name in.
Okay. Okay, let me.
Oh yeah, you hold. Okay.
Hello guys, welcome to Malaysia. Okay, so now we're at Melaka. Melaka has very
Melaka is a historical country.
Okay, so many is. Wait, kenapa you tak?
Oh, this one is.
Orang Malaysia memang baik gila guys. Hari ini, pagi ini ada abang yang DM saya. Dia cakap nak antar nasi dagang. Wow. Padahal tak kenal dan bukan keluarga, bukan kawan juga sebelumnya, tapi dia baik. Dia bagi nasi dagang. Serius guys, saya rasa kagum, sangat kagum. And wow gitu. Ni sekarang saya mau pergi sana. Kita nak jumpa dekat kedai mamak. Kita lihat nanti abangnya macam mana ya. Ini guys, ini orang-orang baik di Malaysia. Ini ada Abang Sam dan keluarganya. Tuh, ada kakak Ezan dan anaknya juga. Ini nasi kerabu. Ini Kelantan, nasi dagang Kelantan.
Kelantan, ini nasi lemak.
Ini nasi lemak.
Ini nasi kerabu Kelantan.
Ini lemak
Ini
juga lah.
lemak. Ini
Rengganu belum hari. Say thank you untuk kakak abang. Tuh, banyak banget guys. Banyak banget bagi nasi dagang, nasi kerabu. Thank you. Itulah makanya aku bilang orang Malaysia memang baik-baik. Tuh. Thank you ya. Thank you yang sudah suka dengan konten-konten aku.
A Chinese tourist in Malaysia recently shared a heartwarming story when she couldn't find small change for parking. Instead of just helping her break a 50 ringgit note, multiple Malaysians stepped up and paid for her parking without expecting anything in return.
I was freaking out and I was asking some Malaysians around, like, hey, can I break the 50? You can keep the change. I just need some small change to pay for parking. Malaysians would just be like, no, it's okay. I'll just pay for your parking. And I'll try to pay them back. I'll be like, hey, can I like TNG you? They're just like, no, it's okay. It's like 3 ringgit. It's 4 ringgit.
Her story went viral and the kindness didn't stop there. One netizen, Ben Leo, shared his own experience saying, "A Malay gentleman paid for my parking. I insisted to pay him back via TNG, but he refused." Another user, Sheikh Hussein Al-Jabri, commented, "You can practice this in your own country so it's spreading out later."
Malays aren't gonna buy your stuff. They don't have any money.
They don't have any money. Those folks have no money at all. So why do you, uncle, need to mock other countries like Malaysia, Vietnam and Cambodia when, as you say, they have no money? Malaysia has cheap petrol, affordable healthcare, and the second tallest building in the world. But let me tell you something. Malaysia has much more than money. Respect, morality and culture. Not the crazy woke culture, but real culture. And maybe that is why Malaysia doesn't need to disrespect other countries.
Terima kasih Malaysia kerana menerima saya di negara anda yang indah. I made it back to America. I am jet lagging. I couldn't sleep even though I'm tired. There's 12-13 hours difference between America and Malaysia, and after a long trip, about 35 hours. Imagine that. And not being able to sleep because of the jet lag is not that easy. Responding this comment, they want me to pay farewell in Bahasa Melayu. So here it is. Terima kasih Malaysia kerana menerima saya di negara anda yang indah. Terima kasih atas layanan yang hebat, makanan sedap seperti nasi lemak, roti canai dan mamak serta pelbagai jenis masakan lain. Terima kasih kerana menunjukkan kasih sayang dan hormat. Terima kasih kerana menerima saya sebagai tetamu di negara anda yang cantik. Saya sayang korang semua. Saya akan sentiasa sayang korang semua. Malaysia sentiasa ada tempat khas di hati saya kerana kebaikannya. Terima kasih semua. Saya tak sabar nak balik ke Malaysia. Sekarang saya dah balik ke Amerika. Harap suatu hari nanti saya akan kembali ke Malaysia saya yang indah. Thank you for showing love to the music I did. Even though I made it with AI, you showed a great, amazing love that actually surprised me when I landed in Germany in my connected flight. I was sad that I left Malaysia, then I landed and turned on my TikTok and my IG, and I see the amount of DMs and comments and shares of like cheered me up. I love you all. Till next time, this is Mr. T. This time from America. Much love.
Malaysia tidak pernah meminta untuk dipuji. Tetapi Malaysia juga tidak wajar dihina. Negara ini berdiri bukan kerana cerita, tetapi kerana pengalaman sebenar mereka yang pernah datang dan hidup di sini. Dari layanan rakyatnya, keharmonian masyarakatnya, hingga ke rasa selamat yang dirasai orang luar, semua itu menjadi bukti bahawa Malaysia jauh lebih baik daripada apa yang sering diperkatakan. Kita mungkin tidak sempurna, tetapi kita jujur. Kita mungkin tidak lantang, tetapi kita bermaruah. Dan kepada sesiapa yang masih memilih untuk menghina Malaysia tanpa memahami, ingatlah satu perkara. Kebenaran tidak perlu dilaungkan, ia akan muncul dengan sendirinya. Kerana akhirnya, dunia akan menilai bukan melalui kata-kata, tetapi melalui pengalaman. Dan disitulah Malaysia berdiri.